Alright, so this is my review of the Analogue 3D, by far the best option, no doubt, 100% for playing N64 games in HD, on HD monitors. They run about 300, most likely. I believe they still have them in stock as of this video. I'm not sure. Probably later down the line, I'm probably going to discontinue them. But I really like these. I suggest everybody, if you can. What was that noise? I don't know. Thought I heard something. But I suggest everybody to buy one. I think they're a great alternative to all those goofy ass HDMI mods that you can get for your N64, and it makes them look like shit. This is running on proprietary hardware. Like I said, it's not really going to be an in-depth spec video of this thing, because this thing's like a little, basically a mini computer in a way. Hopefully one day someone cracked this wide open and you can just run the SD card with a bunch of games and all that. But as a solution to this, and if you're a diehard N64 fan, you will, I have a feeling you'll buy one. It's no-brainer. I waited a year for mine. And then also as well with that, I got a summer cart. And these run about $60, $80 on Amazon. I like them. Fit the whole library on there. Don't have to break out your old carts, ruin them, or whatever. Or hell, just sell all your old carts and just go strictly this. And as well, it has a SD card. I switched mine to a SanDisk one for longer life expectancy on that. I swapped out the garbage can one that came with it, a little cheap Chinese junk. And yeah, also you can put that in your computer for emulation as well. So it's a 2-in-1. If you don't feel like going to the big screen playing your HDMI N64, just play it on the computer. That's my best suggestion on that. I know a lot of purists go, oh, I just want to play the original system with all 700 cards, which, yeah, no. I used to be that way, but not anymore. Because now there's way easier and better solutions to that. Well, we got the N64, classic, whatever you want to call this thing, Analogue 3D, right? I'm not really picky on it, but that's enough of the talking head video for me. We're going to go into the video portion, the review portion, the unboxing, and I'll explain more of my thoughts and sentiment there. I don't want to drive the video or drag it too long with all this nonsense, but yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and off to the next part. All right, to start the review, here's a unboxing, pretty much, of the Analogue 3D. Right here, it comes in a nice big black matte box. Alright, I've been ripped the cellophane off of this thing already, because I've been testing out, playing around with it. But really top quality production from Analogue. And everything that's included in the box is, of course, the system. Right there. You got 4 ports, just like a regular Nintendo 64. You got your reset button right there. And you got a on switch, which you just press it up once, where the game goes. And then you got 4 ports in the back. USB-C for power, 2 USB sticks. I don't know what you could do with them. Haven't figured it out yet. But also an HDMI port as well, with the included SD card for updates and stuff like that. And just to go over a very brief spec sheet over it. It has a built-in expansion pack, built-in controller, 4K output, original N64 game cartridges work for it. Also in this video you'll see as well that I use a summer cart, so multi-carts work for this thing as well. And any retro controller also works too. So that's that on that part. And also, as a little bit of a bonus here, I'm also unboxing my Admiral. Yeah, I really don't know what it is. I picked it up from a flea market, unopened. It was 22 bucks. It was like an open box store. Like, they sold a bunch of Amazon junk. But it was from Hyperkin. I have a lot of Hyperkin products. I have a couple. And just wanted to test it out. So I might as well just throw it in this review as well, because I don't really have too much in-depth research to say really about it at all. It's pretty much a third-party N64 controller. But it works. I love it. I was playing with it outside the review here, and it was quite easy on the grips and everything, and the buttons, low latency and all that good stuff. And now we're fast forwarding to the setup. Pretty much, I'm not going to bore you guys with hooking it up. You pretty much know, you should know how to hook up a video game system at this point in 2026. And also I unboxed the Admiral from Hyperkin as well, included in this review, to just kind of give a little quick overview of how to put it in. Pretty much it has, as I showed there previously, it has all the slots and everything like that. You can put an SD card in it for backups, for saves, and has a bunch of other features that for this video I didn't test it out. But there's me plugging it in, hooking it up, and then we're gonna just go ahead and show a little bit of Doom 64 on the TV. And then there's me kind of just playing around with the controller. Buttons feel really good. Everything feels responsive. I'm not really a snob over it. Maybe there might be some input lag in there, but I'm not testing for that. I'm just really quickly testing for playability, and for what it needs to do, it works. I like how the Z button is shoulder buttons, and then also as well, in the manual, you can also use this on PC and Android and iPhone, I assume, control platforms as well. So it's a little dual purpose 3-way controller, and it's rechargeable, so that's a plus. And now the next part of the video, we're finally going to get into some gameplay here, minus the little brief controller review I've done a couple seconds ago. So this is just showing proof pretty much that multi-carts work for this thing. I would definitely advise you to upgrade your Analogue 3D to the highest firmware you can possibly get it to. And also, if your summer cart needs a firmware upgrade, do that as well. And if you don't use summer cart, you also EverJobs work on this thing as well. They have a brand new update too to make it compatible for this, because I remember when they first came out, they did not work. But now, just gonna briefly cut through it pretty quick. A couple of games. Tried out Killer Instinct. It worked. And almost got my ass whooped on easy mode. As you can tell, I'm not really the best at playing fighting games. And then also, to the next cut, I played a little bit of Banjo-Kazooie. And that worked as well. So, no complaints there. Everything's looking good so far. Alright, now we're going to get into the captured gameplay video section of it now. Getting done with all the unboxing and the brief random controller review, which that controller I definitely would suggest to get. I love it. Great controller. So that's just kind of what it looks like when the game first starts out. Gonna be zipping through it a little bit here because it's kind of boring. It takes a while to update the OS. And then here's a little bit of Doom. Don't mind the darkness there. It's really dark. And then I thought there was something wrong with the Analogue 3D, but there wasn't. The game is just generally dark. So you gotta kind of turn up the brightness if you were to play it on the original cart, and also if you have it on multi-cart as well. Then the next portion of the review as well is I turned Overclock mode on, and Overclock mode definitely has its benefits with games like NFL Blitz and Sarge's Heroes for the N64. Army Men, pretty much. And I'm just going to have them kind of playing in the background right there. Those two games are so much faster. So there are definitely benefits to this Analogue 3D over an original system at that. So that pretty much just kind of wraps it up. I don't really have anything technical to say. I'm not really diving deep into any specification or frame rates, if that matter. But it's just a brief review. If you're thinking about buying it, I'd say go for it. It's well worth the $250, and I really have zero complaints over it. Other than, I don't know. If I have to really sit back and think and nitpick, maybe, I don't know. Control ports are a little bit tight, but also at the same time, I'm not unplugging and like getting the wear and tear into the system at that. And then also the SD card's a little bit hard to get out as well, so it's just easier just to keep that thing in there. Don't piss around with it. I wouldn't, because I had to like get a pair of tweezers and pull that out. But yeah, I mean, I really have nothing else really to say. I would definitely get one and go from there on that. But other than that, hope you enjoyed the review, and I definitely have more coming. I definitely have a lot of other things to unbox here to test out on the channel and try it out and go from there. Other than that, that's all I got. Have a good one.
I'm going turbo by the end of the summer.
Feeling like I had a chance at last. Switching my number back.